Hey everyone, my name is Theo, and I'm really just a random Diablo 4 player, ARPG player. I also play Path of Exile, but I wanted to showcase an original build that I created that uses Whirlwind Dust Devils, but in a different way. The concept behind it is like a shout barb. If you've played Diablo 2, it's something similar to that, except I'm using a lot of shouts to generate a lot of tornadoes by putting that on my two-hand slashing weapon or any two-hander. So that's part of the damage. The other source of damage is obviously whirlwinds themselves, and then secondly, it's Talic, who, if you notice, does basically double the damage of our normal whirlwind dust devils. I couple that with this aspect, which gives us a chance to summon Talic again to do numerous whirlwinds to summon many tornadoes, I mean, dust devils. So there is a cap of 15 dust devils, right? But against a close enemy, you'll never reach that cap. So basically, you can spam all of your abilities, summon a ton of tornadoes, and they'll all hit. That's the idea behind the build. I do realize that most likely with the grandfather, the build would probably be better, honestly. I am just kind of a lazy person and I don't like triple masterworking legendary items. It's the hardest item to triple masterwork because you have to get like perfect chance to cast Dust Devils twice on a two-hander, I believe. You got to get perfect temperings on a lot of shit, and I don't have the patience for that. I wanted to create a build that is a lot more accessible to a casual population. So a lot of my gear is not perfect. Like this amulet, I bought for 1,000,000,000 gold. Now, for some people that's a lot, but for me, I think that's cheap. I bought it for 1,000,000,000 gold, and then I rolled cooldown reduction. My weapons are trash. Like, look at this shit. This is garbage. I'm using a fucking mace. Like, none of my gear is amazing, right? So now I'm gonna do a brief showcase of a tier 8. Now, why did I create the build? Honestly, I was bored. Secondly, I'm not a sheep. I hate following what streamers say is best. I don't believe there's any fun in turning off your brain and following someone else's work. So that's how I ended up with this build, which I think works pretty fucking well, despite having kind of trash gear. Now, when there's a lot of enemies, you can spam your shots a lot more, which is where a lot of the fun comes in with this build. One of the cons is it's a bit squishier. You can't really face tank a lot of things, so you have to be mindful of that. Mindful of your positioning, like don't stay in any explosions, which is really difficult in this arena because the visibility is trash. But as you can see, like the damage I'm outputting is incredible for not using Ramaladni's and the Grandfather. Basically, this is just kind of like my pet project of finding alternative ways to deal big damage. A pro of this build is it's fun as fuck. you're constantly shouting, you're constantly summoning the ancients to help you. It's one of the funnest builds I've ever played for Barb. The cons is it's a bit squishy. My health pool, since I don't have GA health on either of my two-handers or one-handers, your health can be pretty low to start. With better gear, obviously, you're gonna it's gonna feel a lot better. Keep in mind that when you use Challenging Shout, it does go up a lot. I tried to be greedy and put amethysts in my chest and legs, but it didn't work out with this setup. I think you can put amethysts in all of your armor if you use the Doombringer instead, but it is less damage. And if you struggle with the Council, definitely put on a Doombringer because they hit like trucks. Anyway, that's it for now. This is the non-bleed version. I do have a bleed version that I've posted in Discord, but if you don't like bleed builds, this is an option for you.